Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Brandon, your trusted realtor, and I'm coming to you with another great episode. Today, I'm going to talk to you about that in-between process of getting ready to make an offer. You've found the home that you've been looking for. You've gone through the process of twirling through properties and kitchens and living rooms, and you are exhausted. Now it is the home of your dreams. You're ready to make an offer, but your real estate agent is coming to you with a slew of documents, and you're like, what is this? What does this mean? Why are all these words? What is all this language? And what about this do I really need to know? Well, there's so much that's included in the contract. Right now, I want to talk to you about those special pieces of the contract that are called addendums. Addendums are those magical pieces of the contract that serve to protect your interests. We'll talk about a few of them. There are a host of other different types of addendums, all kinds of addendums for all types of situations. But these are the most common types of addendums that you'll see, especially for first-time home buyers. And as a seller of your property, these are most likely the addendums that you're going to see. One other addendum that I'll mention for home sellers, I'll save at the end. Now, the first type of home addendum that you'll probably see is the home inspection. The home inspection says that we have a certain period of time. Usually it prescribes anywhere between 5 and 7 days. That time is variable, and it depends on the real estate agent and you as the buyer, and whether or not you can coordinate with a home inspection company. But usually that's 5 to 10 days, let's say that time frame, where a home inspection is performed and an individual, a licensed and professional home inspection company, comes out to the property to do an evaluation on the structural and mechanical aspects of the property. That is important because it identifies those material defects that are going to be safety concerns or hazards and things that are going to cost you money. It also gives you a leverage point or a chit as it relates to negotiating the contract and being able to either bring down the cost of it or ask for those things to be repaired. The next common type of addendum you'll find is the appraisal addendum. The appraisal is super important, and that usually allows for about a 20 or so day time frame. The appraisal is performed by a licensed appraiser. The appraiser is assigned by the lender when the lender gets the underwriting package for your loan. Typically, this is done 2 to 3 weeks into the process. Believe it or not, the lender in some instances will wait after the home inspection is performed in order to have a home appraisal done on the property. The home appraisal determines the value of the home as it relates to fair market value based on the renovations and things that are happening in the neighborhood and the area market. You can get a better sense of what your property is going to appraise for by getting a comparative market analysis or by going to my link below that will provide you with an area market analysis. This area market analysis and these quarterly analysis will give you a sense of what the market dynamic is doing in the DC region and specific DC communities. If you have more specific questions, of course, as always, send me an email, call, or text me, and we can talk through that, and I can give you more information about how the market is performing just for you. Now, the next type of home or the next type of addendum that you will most commonly see is financing. The financing addendum is super important. Wait, one other point. Let me go back to why the appraisal addendum is important. The appraisal addendum is important is because it sets a cap on how much the property is going to be worth. Anything above the appraisal means that you typically have to pay for that out of pocket, depending on the loan type. So the appraisal addendum is important to protect you from having to pay more for the property. And if it's a situation where you were able to get the property for a lower amount and it appraises for higher, it could just very well be a situation that you're walking into that home with instant equity. Now, to the financing addendum. The financing addendum is going to be super important because you never know how the tides of credit and situations change. Within the 30-day period, a lot can change, especially if you cleaned up your credit. What if somebody reports something or something happens? What if there's a job change? The financing addendum for what protects you for whatever reason or circumstance may happen in life where you're not able to secure that loan. The worst thing that could possibly happen to an individual is that you find the home of your dreams. You want to get into that property, and the worst happens, and it prevents your lender from giving you that money. You don't want to be in a legally binding contract to purchase a home and not be able to pay for it. So that financing addendum provides you that legal protection, and it allows for your lender to get to a place of what is called a conditional approval. That conditional approval means that they've gone through all the paperwork and underwriting, and they made a very, 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 very clear risk determination that they're going to give you that money. And that usually happens much closer to the 15 or 20-day mark in the process. So hopefully these addendums can be helpful to you, and understanding them is going to be vitally important because at some point in the buying transaction, you are going to see them. Now, for my sellers, one thing that you can think about is that if you're ready and poised to sell your home, but there's some things that you need to get addressed and adjusted, and you need to lay over in that property a little bit longer, there is what is called a post-settlement addendum. That post-settlement addendum allows you to not only sell the property, but have the buyer agree to allow you to stay in that home just a little bit longer, so that way you can take care of things that are needed in the home. You then, as it relates to, well, what do I pay that new buyer? Well, you can either negotiate that rate, or you pay typically what that person is going to pay for their monthly mortgage payment for the time that you're there. So a tidbit for you and a tidbit for all. My name is Brandon, your trusted realtor. Hopefully you've enjoyed this and this information has been helpful to you. Remember to like, share, and hit the notification button. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that, and make sure you share this content across the interweb so that way more people are getting this and more people are informed about the process and what they need to know in order to navigate the process. My name is Brandon. I'm your trusted realtor, and I look forward to being your resource for all of your real estate needs. Take care and talk to you soon.